Hi guys, Chris here, and you're watching Here We Are Running, and today you join me in this final week of training before I attempt to run a faster half marathon. So it's a taper week, but that doesn't mean I'm not doing any workouts. I'm down the track this morning. It's Wednesday. We are doing our final Wednesday workout at the track. We're going to do 6 times 1K reps to finish this half marathon training off. The one thing that I was looking for from the final workout of the training block was a confidence booster leading into the weekend. And boy, that was a big confidence booster. I was really happy with the way that workout went. Unlike previous workouts where I have tried to pace myself at maybe 10 seconds quicker than my intended half marathon pace, on this one I decided to just go by feel. I decided to go out there and do a sort of comfortably hard effort. So I wasn't putting in maximum effort, but it was going to be comfortably hard. And first rep, 4:12. That was faster than I had been doing these intervals at, but it was only the first rep. But we repeated that on the second one, another 4:12. And then we just started getting quicker, a 4:06, followed by a 4:04, then a 4:03, and I did put my foot down towards the end of the last one and came in at 3:59. So as you can see, my heart rate was increasing as we went through those reps, but I don't care so much about that. It's more about how I felt as I was running them and how I felt afterwards. And it felt really good. It didn't feel like I was really having to put sort of maximum effort and really to try and hold on to those paces. It was what I would describe as a comfortably hard effort. And that's what is going to give me the confidence now as we go into the weekend. Right, next I think we're going to sort of lay out all the kit, everything I'm going to be wearing, all my gear, my nutrition and hydration. I'm going to cover all of that, and I'm also going to talk to you about my strategy for pacing this half marathon time trial. So keep watching and I'll be right back in a few seconds. Right, I think I've got everything laid out that I want to talk about. I'm just going to go through all of the kit I'm going to be using on the day, the tech, the fueling. We're going to cover all of that now. But before we do, I just mentioned the course that I've decided to run this half marathon time trial, because some of the decisions were made because of the course that it is. So I've gone for something that is flat and traffic free. That was the main priority for me, and I've picked a stretch of the Thames Path. It's between where Hampton Court is and Weybridge. It's going to be kind of an out and back type route along the Thames Path. Now if you know the Thames Path, it's kind of a mix of tarmac and gravelly path. There'll be more gravelly path than tarmac in this, and in some places it's a bit narrow. But I've gone for the Sunday morning to do the time trial. I was leaving it late in the day to pick which day of this weekend to do it, and the weather conditions are pretty much identical both days. However, there is an ultra marathon using that route on the Saturday. So I want to completely avoid that, and I think it's going to be a lot less crowded on the Sunday morning. We'll set off early and really sort of hope for the best. Okay, in terms of what I'm going to be wearing, I've gone with, shorts wise, I've gone with my On Running lightweight shorts along with the On lightweight performance top. I find both of those really comfortable, and yeah, I'm sure they're gonna really do the job for me. In terms of underwear, I've got my Runderwear underwear, customized, yep. And I'm also probably going to wear the Runderwear socks. Now they are anti-blister socks, so they're twin skin, which does mean that they are a little bit warmer, but I think the temperature's going to be fine for that, and they are very comfortable because of that twin skin. So probably go with those, as well as my calf sleeves. Right, in terms of headgear, which is quite critical because I do sweat a lot on my head, I want to make sure it doesn't go into my eyes when I'm running and start annoying me. I've recently got one of these Halo sweatbands for your head. It's got a kind of rubber strip on the inside, which is supposed to stop the sweat dripping down into your eyes. So I'll probably wear this and then wear a buff on top. I prefer these buffs to sort of the technical running hats at the moment. So that's what I'm thinking there. And then of course there'll be some tech involved. Oh, before we go on to that, one other thing, if it's sunny, I'll have my Gouda sunglasses as well. Now, tech. Firstly, heart rate monitor. I've mentioned this heart rate monitor before. It's so lightweight, you just don't know you're wearing it when you are wearing it. So I'll be using this again, and that will give me accurate heart rate data. We've got the running watch, which my running watch is the Garmin Forerunner 235. Had it for years now. Just don't see a need to upgrade it, to be honest. It's seen better days, but it still does the job perfectly well. To make sure that I don't chafe, particularly on the nipples, I always use Body Glide. And the final bit of tech that I didn't mention is, of course, the GoPro. So I will be taking my GoPro. I'm not sure how much filming I'll be doing as I'm running. I don't want it to affect my time too much. So I'll be trying to capture some key moments on there. So we've got the GoPro and we've got it on this kind of clip thing that allows me to sort of just hold it as I'm running. And this I'll be able to store away in my running backpack, which I'll come on to next. So I will need to hydrate as I'm doing this half marathon time trial. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to wear my Anigi running backpack, which I find very comfortable when I'm running in it. I'm going to take one soft flask water bottle, have that in there, and in there I'm going to put an electrolyte tablet. I use the SIS electrolyte tablets, so I'll have that tablet in there, and that will be my hydration as I'm running. However, I want to make sure that I hydrate well after I've completed the run, so I'll be taking some water with me, and I'm going to take that in my Super Sparrow water flask. I really like this. It really does keep the water cold. So I'll put some crushed ice in here, fill it up with water. It's 750 milliliters. I can leave it in a warm car as I'm running, and it will still be really, really nice and cold and refreshing when I get back, having completed the half marathon. So that's where I'm going to have the water for after the run. Also on my way to the run, because it is a bit of a drive, I always take some coffee. I take the Sports Barista coffee, which is specifically designed for us runners, extra high in caffeine. I'll be taking that on the way to the location, and in order to keep that warm as I'm driving, I'll put it in my other a Super Sparrow water bottle, and that will keep it warm for sure. Right. That's hydration. Nutrition as I'm running, because it is a half marathon distance, and I do want to give myself some extra fueling as we go along. It's new to me, this. It's the Unived gel. I've tried it out and I got on okay with it. So I'm going to take a couple of them with me, have them in my running backpack, and be able to take those. We'll see at what stage I take those. I haven't really given that too much thought yet, but we'll have a strategy for that. Right, I think that's everything here on the table, except the one thing I haven't mentioned, the one bit of gear I haven't mentioned yet, is which shoes I'm going to be wearing. And I've had to think quite carefully about this, and it's because I am running on not something that is purely pavement, that I've had to give it a bit of thought, but I've decided to go with the shoe that I ran that workout in. I got on so well in that workout, I think it would be crazy not to wear the same shoe. And that is the New Balance Fuel Cell Prism. So this is a very lightweight, mild stability running shoe. And I'll be using these, to be honest. The only slight hesitant I had with it is that you can feel sort of rocks and stuff through it. So I may get a bit of that as I'm running, but hey, we'll see how it goes. So this is the shoe of choice for the half marathon time trial. Right, that's everything I wanted to talk about here. Keep watching, because in a few seconds, I'm going to be out on my final run of this training block. And during that, I'm going to talk to you about pacing strategy.
Okay, Friday afternoon. We are out for a 9k steady-ish type of run. Final run of the training block. Saturday will be a complete rest day. And in this run, I'm going to talk to you all about my pacing strategy for the half marathon. First of all, the time that I'm aiming to get or get close to is 1 hour 40 in this half marathon time trial. It's going to be harder than a race because you're out there pretty much on your own. And for 1 hour 40, well, my PB is 1 hour 39 and 14 seconds, I think. So if I was feeling really strong towards the end, I could even challenge for that. And that would be a pace of around 4 minutes and 42 seconds per kilometre. That would be the average pace, but to be honest, I would aim to set off a bit slower than the intended average pace for the first couple of kilometres to ease into it, and then to build up to that average pace. At the halfway mark, if I'm still feeling good, that's a big if, that's when I think I'll try to ramp things up a little bit. So if things go really well, I'll be aiming to negative split it. But as I say, going out there, running on your own, trying to run really fast, it will be really tough. The ideal situation will be to have someone pacing me. Oh, and yes, I have acquired a pacer. So I've kept that very quiet, haven't I? And I know what you're thinking. Mo, yeah, he's going to be pacing at the London Marathon. He needs a bit of practice, doesn't he? Perfect timing for him to do a half marathon. But guys, unfortunately, couldn't get Mo. He's busy this weekend. He's been out there attempting the 1 hour world record, so couldn't get him. I've got the next best thing though, and some of you might know him. Yes, it is Chris, that running guy. He is going to be pacing me in my half marathon time trial. Run done, training block done, and all that remains is to turn up on Sunday morning and run that faster half marathon. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video and have enjoyed the whole series, and I hope you tune in. Should be 6:30 UK time Monday morning, where we will have the video of the time trial itself. But until then, all that remains for me to say is goodbye.